When our goal is to lose weight, one of the things we need to look at is energy balance. So we need to look at the amount of energy that's being consumed in the form of kilojoules, or also called calories, and the amount of energy that's being expended. So energy is being expended through our metabolism, through our daily activities, whether you're very sedentary and desk sitting, or whether you walk up and down quite a lot, or running after kids, our exercise, of course, and then also digestion. Now, when we're looking at weight loss specifically, we need to be in an energy deficit. And research suggests, that a deficit of 500 to 1,000 calories per day is enough to get a sustainable weight loss in the long term. So in other words, we need to definitely manage the amount of calories that we consume. So basically, it's as easy as that, right? So if we just eat very little or less, we'll lose weight. But that's not always the case. So there's a lot of other factors that also play a role in weight loss. Things like stress levels, your sleep quality and quantity, the types of foods you're eating, and then hormones also play a massive role in weight loss specifically. But one of the common mistakes I see a lot of clients make is under-eating, because of the fact that we think, okay, well, if I only eat very little, or I'm really restricting the amount of food and the types of foods I eat, I will lose weight. And yes, to an extent, you'll probably lose weight in the first week or so, but then your weight will start to plateau. So I thought today I'd talk about 5 signs you might recognize if you are under eating. So maybe some of these signs are showing up on your side. And if that is the case, I do recommend that you go back to the suggested eating plan that we have recommended to you based off of your InBody, because we look at your fat-free mass and the energy availability to make sure that we are feeding you optimally and still have a deficit for that weight loss. So the first sign of under-eating, and it's quite a common sense sign, is that you're hungry all the time. So your body is trying to signal something to you. It's telling you that my sugar levels are low, I need energy, and that is why you are craving foods and you feel hungry all the time. So that's the first sign. The second sign is that you're thinking of food all the time. So you might not necessarily be hungry because you're past that point. Your body is now in a starvation mode where it's not sending hunger cues anymore. But now all of a sudden you're always thinking about food. And, you know, if you see food, you're like, oh, that looks amazing. And it's just that all consuming types of thoughts about foods. The third sign, and there's quite a common term for it, it's called hangry, is if you're very irritable or tired most of the time. So this is usually because your blood sugar levels are very low and your body is just trying to keep you going. But unfortunately, one of the side effects is being cranky or annoyed or tired most of the time. If you see that you're now, for example, on a crash diet and you're eating very little, on a juice cleanse or whatever the case may be, and your sleep is actually being affected, this is also a common sign that you are under eating, because it is affecting your sleep already. And then the last sign is your weight is plateauing or it's actually increasing. And this is very discouraging for a lot of people. If you think, you know what, you're eating so perfectly and so little, but your weight is not going down or it's even increasing, that is a telltale sign that you are eating too little. And that happens because the body's adaptations are kicking in so that you can survive, because you can almost think of it as your body thinks you're stranded on an island and you're not going to get any food. So it basically just shifts all the hormones around, decreases the metabolism, decreases the non-vital functions in the body, which then basically starts to match the amount of energy you consume in your day. So you're just going to have to eat less and less and less. And then you're not going to get in all the vitamins and minerals and everything you need to actually function optimally and lose weight. And that's when we start seeing weight plateau and then also loss in lean mass or muscle mass. And that's not what we want. So it is very important to remember that eating less isn't always the answer. Yes, eat less and move more has some value, or a lot of value if you do it right. But going the extreme is definitely not going to work for you. So if you have any questions, let us know. But I do recommend going back to your suggested eating plan. We have the calorie bracket there that we've worked out for you that would be suitable for you. And if you stick to that, I'm sure you'll lose weight. But let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see you again.